This is the case that I've been using since the last 9 years to carry my electric guitar. This case has been with me on countless number of flights, a lot of buses, some train journeys, and a lot of travels in general. And this case has served me well. But as you can see, it's reached the end of its tether. So I thought it's a nice time to retire this case and bid goodbye to it and welcome a new case for my electric guitar. So hello and welcome to the 6th episode of Gear Chapter Parth, and today I'll be unboxing my new Gator GoPro series electric guitar case, and I'll be giving you an overview of all of its features. I'll give you a detailed look of its interiors, and I'll also give you my first impressions of this guitar case. So let's get right to it. Now when you buy the case, it might come in a box like this. As you can see, it has that nice big Gator logo on it. Now let's do a quick unboxing of that. And it's quite light. You can lift it with one hand. You see? Here's the case. It comes wrapped up in this big plastic sheet. There's the pouch on the back side for the rain cover. There you see the straps. Now I'm going to unwrap it for you and give you a closer look. Okay, so now I've opened the first plastic sheet and let's reveal the case. Have a closer look at it. And here we have the case. And this fell out, but it comes over here. And we'll have a closer look at this, and we'll have a look at the interiors in a second. Before I do that, I thought I'd model this case for you and show you how it would look on you when you wear it. You could wear it on one shoulder like this, or the other shoulder, rather both shoulders. And one thing I noticed about this case is that if you set the height correctly for the strap, you can really get it on and off very quickly. And one thing that I really like about this case is the placement of the handles. Let's say if you are in a hurry and you want to quickly get the case off, your hand will always be able to grab the handle at the side. And same goes for the handle in the front. Now, let's say that you are on a subway or a metro, depending on where you live, and you want to quickly take your case off and put it in front of you like this. You will always be able to quickly grab that handle. So that's a very nice added feature, and it shows that they've really put a lot of thought into designing this case. Okay, so now we have the case on the table. And let's have a look at the top first. You see this very nice, large and heavily padded compartment at the top. It's really nice and deep. You can store a lot of stuff in this, tools, maybe a tuner, something like that. Like I'll see if I can find my own tuner. Like here's my tuner, for example. You can put that in. And then just one-handed, and it fits quite nicely. Now moving down, this is something that I noticed most other reviews of this case have missed. They all seem to miss this little pouch. This is a very nice extra pouch that you get. It's very tight, but you can definitely store an extra pack of strings in there, or even business cards, what have you. Okay, so moving down, we have this lovely handle over here. It's sturdy, nice riveting over here. This is very useful if you are in a very tight space, let's say like on a subway or a metro, and you can't wear this case like a backpack and you have to carry it in your hands in front of you. This is really useful for that. So that's a very nice feature over there. So moving down, I'll get to the smaller pocket first. Here you get this lovely little card mentioning all the features. I want to mention this one first because Gator is really generous with this. They give you a sample of the very soft microfiche interior, the material. But why I say that they're generous with it is because, have a look at this. The size of this sample. And that is really generous. I don't know what you can use that for. You can use it for a lot of things. It should be helpful if you're creative enough. Let's have a look at the features as well. The Pro Go features. Built-in rain cover, as I showed you before. The neck cradle, which I'll show you in a minute. The multi-height adjustable backpack straps, which we saw a moment ago. Tablet storage, which I'll get to in a minute. The body block shock absorber, which is supposed to be inside down here. I'll get to that. Now, this pocket, it's very spacious. It only spans till here, doesn't go to here, but it's very deep, as you can see. Very spacious. Now moving to the bigger pocket, this is where it's at. They give you these Velcro straps where you can secure your cables and whatnot. And this pocket itself is very deep. It's very big and spacious. And this is the tablet storage which we were talking about a moment ago. Then you also have this compartment for your music sheet or any kind of a file or something like that. You can store papers and whatnot. It's very useful. And this is so big that you could easily put a lot of tools over here, maybe a couple of pedals. It's really nice and spacious. And of course, I almost forgot to mention, you have these pockets over here. They are also very big. They expand really well. You get two of these pockets. Hold on, I'll just secure this. Lovely. See how big that is? And you can really, all the zippers on this case, they're really nice and they're covered like this. I'm sure it's pretty waterproof, even if you don't use the rain cover. Now let's have a look at the interior. That is lovely. So this is the neck cradle that I mentioned earlier. It's really nice and thick, and you can remove it if you want. It's all Velcro. I'm not going to remove it right now. Okay, I'll remove it. See, it's adjustable like that. It's very soft. And another nice feature that I really like about this case is that they give this nice thick material over here, which protects the case from having itself punctured by your strings, your tuners, and there is a big patch of that down at the bridge as well. Now I'll show you that body block shock absorber down here. That is also adjustable and you can remove it if you want. This is the body block shock absorber. It's really nice and thick, and they have this little area over here in the middle it has a little gap in it, and it's also padded, which is where your strap pin, your bottom strap pin would go. And this is really nice that they have this little groove over here, is that let's say if you drop your guitars vertically, this really absorbs the impact and saves your body from any kind of damage. And any kind of damage that could happen because of the strap pin coupled with the impact of the drop. Another thing I should mention is that check out this really thick padding over here. It must be an inch thick. It's all over, especially in the headstock area. Now let's have a look at the rear side. From the bottom this time, I should mention that they have this extra rubber-like material stitched on over here. It's really nice. It feels very secure. The adjustment over here, that also has Velcro. It's very secure. And these are the lovely, thick, fully adjustable padded straps. If you want, you can put extra carabiners and I don't know, hang something over there as well. They have one ring here as well. And I should mention that that is a steel ring. You're really not cutting corners anywhere over here. I really like that. I love how sturdy it feels. It's like a hybrid case, and it is a hybrid case. Now here's, you can adjust the straps in two positions at the top and bottom each. You can do that over here, two positions as you saw, and here as well. You have these D rings. They're all steel rings, and with the carabiners here, they're very heavy duty. They're very thick, and they're covered, and they won't hurt you. I'm sure I've worn this and it doesn't hurt. Very lovely thick carabiners over here, made of steel. Now I'm going to give you a quick peek at the rain cover, and yeah, it's folded up so neatly, so I'm not going to unravel it completely. But there's the Gator G logo. I am going to show you a photo of how it looks when it's when the entire case is covered with this, and you'll see it right now. The great thing is, in summertime, you get an extra pocket out of this, and I think it's thick enough to store a couple of extra tools, maybe patch cables if you want. If you have a small pedal, you could put that in there as well, or even tuner. In fact, I'll show you, I'll try and shove my tuner in here as well. Yeah, it's a little tight fitting for this tuner, but it goes in, and there's still a bit of space. I could put something else in here as well. So at least in summertime, you get one extra pocket out of this. So well done, Gator. Oh, and like I mentioned before, they also have this nice little steel bead ring over here. So if you want to hang your guitar somewhere, you could do that, and I'm sure it will take a good amount of load. I think it is double stitched, and it seems very tough. I'm sure it will handle the weight of a heavy guitar as well. Now, one of the most important and crucial parts of this case, of any guitar case, is at the very bottom. Let's have a look at that. They have these nice thick rubber pads over here. They really save the guitar case from any impact, even prevent it from getting dirty. And I'll try and give you a side shot of it. There you go. You see? That's how they are. And I love the kind of material, the thick material that is used over here at the bottom and going through the sides. It really gives you a feeling of security and assurance that your guitar will be very safe. I thought I should also give you a closer look at the handle over here. That's also very nice, riveted at both ends. It's nice and thick, and the kind of padding that it has this nice thick block of foam going in this section in the center. It gives you a really nice, comfortable grip, and it feels very, very sturdy. Give a closer look at the material. The Gator branded rivet. A closer look at the tag. Now let's do a fitting of my guitar in it. Let's see how it looks. Nice and snug. I'll give you a closer look of this. Here's a closer overhead shot of how the guitar looks inside the case. And have a look at how the neck fits ever so snugly inside the cradle. It's a perfect fit. And also have a look at the bottom side, how that shock absorber sits really well between the bottom of the case and the bottom of your guitar. And also see how the strap pin is secured in that little groove I mentioned earlier. And once you close the case, it should be a very nice tight fit. I wanted to share with you the reason why I selected this Gator case in particular for my electric guitar. Initially, I was considering another guitar case which is very popular right now, and it's by a very well-known company. I won't mention its name. I do use some of their other products regularly. But the reason was I found that this case on every dealer, online and physical, this case is somewhat cheaper, and in my opinion this has a much better feature, and it's quite a bit more protective than that other case. Unfortunately, I have been able to use this case since I bought it, and this video was shot in the span of 1 month because I had a busy schedule and I had to reshoot some of the stuff. So this case has been on one flight and it has been to 1 gig, and I had a very smooth experience with this. The case did fall down once, but nothing happened. I almost got a heart attack when it fell down, but when I opened it up, I was relieved to see that there's nothing wrong with my guitar. And one thing I noticed about this case is that when it fell down, it actually bounced up a little bit. So when I saw that, I was scared, but later when I calmed down, I thought that's a good thing that it bounced back up. That's a very good sign. So in conclusion, I want to say that I'm really happy with this case so far. It's been only over a month right now with this case, but I'm sure that it will last a very, very long time and will be really protective of my guitar. And I want to remind you that I intend to follow up this particular video with another long-term review video after 6 months or maybe even a year, and I will give you my honest opinion of how this case has lasted so far, and I'll share my thoughts with you. I'll share the pros and cons with you, if it has any cons, because so far I don't think this has any negatives to it. I think this is a bang for buck investment, in my humble opinion, and if you're considering buying a new case for your guitar, I'm sure that you'll be happy. I want to mention that this case is also available for the acoustic guitar, the bass guitar, I think it's also available for a ukulele. I might be wrong. And it's also available as a double case or two instruments in that one case. So if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified about my upcoming videos. So thank you for watching.